Bitcoin has flipped and you do not own enough sats yet or enough Bitcoin yet. Make sure to stay tuned. I have a lot of stuff, as you guys can see in the video here, for you guys to share with you. So many charts that are going to make you wonder why you haven't got your Bitcoin sats stacking up day after day, week after week, month after month, and year after year. Welcome back to the Crypto Bliss Show. I'm Kiara DeCass. Let's delve right into this video, guys. I have a lot to cover with you, so I'm not even going to waste and chitter-chat about anything. I just want to head straight into it. And at, of course, the very end of the video, I will show you still my trades, what it is that I'm going to be doing with my trades. I've got into a few more trades, and I'm going to show you why and what it is that I'm looking for and expecting to see over the next few days and weeks. Anyways, guys, if you missed out on this video, make sure you go and check that out. I did also mention what is going on with the crypto altcoin market cap. Make sure not to miss out on that video. There's a lot of information in there, and you do not want to be missing out on that content, guys. Right, let's get straight to it. So first of all, I want to show you a few charts that are going to prove to us that Bitcoin is going wild right now and has already flipped, and we are already in the state of bullishness. So 2022 was the down year, the bear market. 23 has been the first year of the upcycle. So we normally have 4-year cycles in Bitcoin, 1 year down, 3 years up. So 23 was the first one. 24, 25 will be the next 2 years of upward market cycles. So guys, we're only just getting started. And this is not even the rest of the bull cycles that are going to be coming. But this one is going to be the most parabolic, undoubtedly. So first chart I want to go and show you. So this is the long-term trend line support down here. These are the halving dates, as you can see. So shout out to the Scalping Pro. Bitcoin bull run is incoming. The moment we retest this zone of support here, guys, I have no doubt we're going to make a little bit more of a pump, sit sideways for a little bit for now, because we've made some decent moves. Our next move, as I said to you, was up here at the 48K level, which is up here at this high. And you can see that we will meet a lot of consolidation in that point, have a decent pullback at that point. And then as I've been showing you guys on my charts, if you guys have a look at this chart over here, and we zoom out just ever so slightly for us, you guys can see that I said that we are busy forming some sort of cup and handle pattern. Now, if I have to pull this out a little bit more, that would probably be a little bit better. So let's just do that for us. There was the handle pattern that I was referring to. And as you guys can see in this, you can see the same formation: cup, handle, breakout, hit target up here. Now, as you guys can see, we hit the target all the way up here and it pulled back. We hit the target all the way up here and it pulled back. We will likely hit that target. And I said to you guys, 285 to 300K Bitcoin price, which is around a 10x from where we are today. Mr. Michael Saylor from MicroStrategy actually agrees too. As you can see here, the RSI is basically turning up and down the whole time while we're finding momentum through this. And essentially, that would be the peak of it. That would be the peak of it. So as you guys can see, we are literally, as we break out of this green line here, we are in the bull run. So we have flipped. We are already in the bull cycle. I would like to know what you guys think down below. And if you want to trade, then make sure to hit my Bybit link down below. You can get up to $30,000 deposit bonuses just for you guys. And my Bitflex link down below. If you deposit $100, you can get yourself a $10 bonus. Do not miss out on the opportunity to come and invest in Bitcoin, whether it's derivatives, spot, futures, whatever it is that you like. You guys can invest in Bitcoin and other altcoins with me there. Now, the second chart is this one. Same thing from the Scalping Pro. Bitcoin looks better on the inverted chart. So this is crazy. Just remember, this is inverted. So it's the other way around. So every time we bounced, we made a move. Bounced, look at the high that we made off of this bounce. Look at the bounce off of the low that we made over there. And then now we're continuing to basically fall, which would be, or increase in the Bitcoin price, which would be bringing us through the roof, the ceiling of the all-time highs. Now, remember, this chart is inverted, okay? Now, the next chart I want to show you is the altcoins. The last two times when USDT dominance has clearly broken the EMA 50 line to the downside, we've seen a strong alt season. It happened in spring as well as autumn 21, and we saw many 20 to 50x gains. Last weekly candle is now closed again below the EMA 50. So when we closed below the EMA 50, boom, of the USDT dominance, we had this crazy altcoin rally. We're doing the same thing right now. So altcoin season, if you guys were watching my video yesterday, I said to you, altcoin season could be closer than we think and should be probably the next couple of weeks to months around the corner. I would say, what do you guys think down below? Shout out to El Crypto Prof or Mustache for this chart. And then we have Bitcoin Magazine. If you look here, new 4.5 trillion Fidelity Director of Global Macro says Bitcoin's risk reward is in a different universe. Bitcoin's risk to reward is up here, okay? In other words, meaning that its risk to reward is completely different from all of these assets. These are, I would consider all of these high risk assets and this a low risk asset now, just typically because of what we're seeing. But often they would say that this is a these are low risk and this is high risk. So I doubt that, because Bitcoin is the safe haven that we are all looking for. Do you guys believe Bitcoin is a safe haven? Let me know by putting hashtag BTC down in the comments below. All right, so my next chart, also from Alt Crypto Mustache, start of the altcoin run, where we had the COVID crash, boom, we had altcoins run. Start of the altcoin run, the same thing is busy happening right now, where we're breaking up above this moving average, guys. Now, don't let the ETH chart out of your sight. When Ethereum goes up, altcoins will go up. The last time ETH closed above the monthly SMA 20 line was in 2020 at $200. That was the start of the altcoin run. Are we getting ready for the altcoin run? And if you guys have been watching my channel, then you guys can see all of these crazy, incredible altcoins that I'm sharing with you on my page, so that you guys know which altcoins you can possibly bring yourself into and get yourself a small position so that you can make yourself 20, 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000 X gains, guys. The next chart here is from Charlie Bellello. Current market expectations for path of the Fed funds rate. So November, they paused. We're expecting December 13th to have a pause. January 31st to have a pause. March 20th to have a pause. May 1st to have a pause. June 12, 25 basis points cut from 5 to 5 from 5.25. Additional cuts to 4% by 4.0% by November 25. If that happens, guys, we are literally going to see the most absolutely crazy parabolic bull cycle in the history of crypto, in the history of the world. Okay, so market expectations are expecting the funds rates to now basically pause, and continue then to drop from next year, kind of June 2020, from April more or less next year. Very interesting. What do you guys think down below? After showing you the content that I showed you in this video, what do you guys think is going to happen? I would like to know from you guys what your thoughts are. Now, this is from Charts BTC. Through the peaks and valleys, one thing remains clear. Bitcoin's overarching journey has been upwards. Here's to the long game. So if you have not taken action to accumulate sats, I don't know what you're doing, guys. I mean, Bitcoin was down here at $2. Then we had the halving event. I mean, look how it climbed up to the halving event. And then at the halving event, we had this crazy rally here. And I believe we're going to have a very similar type of rally here, where we went from essentially, call it $10 all the way up to $1,000, guys. That's a 100x in the Bitcoin price. I believe we could probably hit a 100x in the next cycle if we were to see all of the liquidity flow in that is necessary for Bitcoin to do that. Okay, now you say, oh, okay, but how do you know that the liquidity is going to come in? Well, at the end of the day, I don't know. But if you look at all of this, we ran up to the Bitcoin halving, almost reaching the previous highs, just by the way, guys. Okay, then we made the craziest rallies of all times. See, low, then by the cycle, we reached almost to the highs, but then we had C19 crap at the halving point here. Then we had this crazy rally up to the top side here. We reached the bottom here. We're coming closer and closer to the upside here before the halving. At the halving point, guys, there's no returning. We will literally, Bitcoin mining will be cut in half, which means that the supply is going to be cut. Not the supply, but the way that it is supplied into the market is going to be cut in half. And Bitcoin will become more expensive. Okay. The more Bitcoin goes up, the less chance you have of accumulating one Bitcoin and multiple sats, guys. It's a very, very real thing. For me, I'm working my ass off to accumulate one Bitcoin before the halving takes place so that I can ensure that I am safe and secure with my one Bitcoin. Okay, at the very minimum. So here's another chart here. Here is the rainbow chart from Charts BTC. As you guys can see, the halving price regression. So the Bitcoin price has touched the base of the blue band, indicating it's 6 months behind the HPR trend, center of the blue band, okay, which will see a rally to 52K by the halving in April 2024. You can see there, 52K by the halving in April 2024. That's pretty decent move, guys. So in other words, we're still heading up. So whether we have a small correction here, whatever it might be, it's completely irrelevant. Just carry on buying Bitcoin. That is all that matters to you and to me, is just accumulate sats. Now, with that being said, you can see here that we are looking to go absolutely parabolic here when we get up to the top side here at 252K, which is the red zone, which I said to you guys, it looks as though we'll have a 2013 blow off top. So I'd like to know what you guys think down below. I'm going to share something crazy with you. So shout out to Bit Harrington. Bitcoin has already left the lake. It has flipped. If I can keep reiterating, Bitcoin has flipped. Okay. This is the lake where we're under the SMA. Okay. The green SMA. And the moment we start to get up above it, we broke out. Well, here we were rejected. Then we pulled back, burst through, retested, and rallied right up. Okay. This was a crazy bull cycle, guys, where people like Crypto and Carl from the Moon and all of them made super insane gains. I started getting in around this point over here, somewhere around here. So I'm still in the green in my capital now. So this is the Bitcoin lake. You can see here, boom, massive pump up, draw down to the green support line. And then we were going to make a rally, but then we had the C19 crap. Rallied right up to the top side. As you can see, we rallied right up to the top side, guys. So if we go from here and rally up to the top side, the bottom is the 2-year moving average, and the red is the 2-year moving average times 5. Okay, because obviously it's been around for a little while. So I love it. I think it's incredible. I think there's a lot of stuff that is going to come into the Bitcoin space, and we can see some crazy, beautiful things starting to happen out there. So without anything, you need to work on your continuous improvement, which is much better than delayed perfection. Shout out to Peter Maluk for this post, which is so true. Delayed perfection, by trying to get in entries at 10,000, 12,000, whatever you think Bitcoin is going to go to, it's not going down there anymore. You can see that. I've shown you multiple charts and multiple reasons why we can see that Bitcoin is already in the bull cycle. And the bull cycle started in January of this year. Okay, so I will share this video with you from Michael Saylor in a moment. So yeah, we can go and have a short squiz at this.
And joining us is the founder and executive chairman, Michael Saylor, along with our own Morgan Brennan. Michael, it's always good to have you. So you don't think you have enough exposure? You have, what, 158,000 Bitcoin holdings and MicroStrategy? You want more?
You can never have too much Bitcoin. We're big Bitcoin bulls. Our thesis is that Bitcoin is digital property, but without the risks and liabilities of commercial real estate. It's a digital commodity without the risks and the liabilities of gold. It's a digital tech investment without the risks and the liabilities of big tech. And so we're bullish.
You know, it's funny. People sometimes forget that you're like an enterprise software company, and I noticed that you're doing some new partnerships on AI with Microsoft, and I wonder if that kind of good news gets overshadowed, or any kind of news about your fundamental business gets overshadowed by just being a proxy for Bitcoin.
We're really excited about our partnership with Microsoft and AI. We're the first BI company to put AI into our product line, and it provides great artificial intelligence boost to our business intelligence business. We're going to use it to grow the business by acquiring new customers, and also it's accelerating cloud adoption within our customer base.
Yeah, Michael, it's Morgan, and of course that business also helps enable you to buy more Bitcoin. The fact that we have seen Bitcoin rally as strongly as it has over the past month, I mean, the SEC seems likely to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF after that key court loss. Does the introduction of an ETF help or hurt investor appetite for MicroStrategy specifically?
Well, I think it's going to help. It's going to accelerate adoption, and it's also going to accelerate institutional awareness and education efforts of Wall Street to teach the 99% of the investors that don't know about Bitcoin what it's all about. MicroStrategy is a differentiated offering. I think spot Bitcoin ETF is a great thing for investors, but we don't charge a fee. We use intelligent leverage, and we can generate a tax-deferred Bitcoin premium for our investors. So for people that are really long-term bulls on Bitcoin, we represent a pretty attractive option or alternative to a spot Bitcoin ETF.
Sounds like you think MicroStrategy as a stock is going to continue to command a Bitcoin-related premium then.
Well, if you're not charging a fee and you're generating a premium and you're holding it over the long term, then one would think that it'll be valued at a premium versus the underlying asset.
Michael, Bob Pisani here. Bitcoin is going to be having a halving next year. That's a rare event. Can you sort of educate the viewers on what happens when that occurs and what, if any, effect that'll have on Bitcoin's price?
Well, most of the natural sellers of Bitcoin in the market right now are Bitcoin miners, and they have to sell to pay their electricity bill and their capital cost and retire their debt. That's about $1 billion a month worth of selling into the market. The protocol forces that to be cut in half as of about next April, late April. So you're going to see $12 billion of natural selling per year converted into $6 billion of natural selling a year, at the same time as things like spot Bitcoin ETFs increase the demand for Bitcoin. So that's why all of us are fairly bullish over the next 12 months. Demand's going to increase, supply is going to contract, and this is fairly unprecedented in the history of Wall Street.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that, because that's powerful information. This man is just going crazy. The Bitcoin halving will cut pressure by half as spot Bitcoin ETFs increase the demand. Now, as we know, Gary Gensler actually asked a question a few years ago as to why the Bitcoin ETFs, futures ETFs would be approved, but the spot isn't. Whereas the spot needs the underlying asset, but the futures don't. It makes no sense because they're partially the same thing, except the one just has the underlying asset and the other doesn't. You're trading it as a futures or a derivative. So very, very interesting comment there. Let's go and have a look at some of the crazy news out there. But I would like you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I constantly do research to bring to you guys. I'm un solo. I'm on my own. I'm doing this for you guys every single day. I'm making sure that you guys are getting the most up-to-date, relevant content so that you guys can see and plan for how your future investment will look with Bitcoin. So thanks for doing that. I really appreciate that. Right. So first bit of news here. All right. From this man we all know. Okay. So Mr. SBF has now officially been convicted. He's been charged. So where Sam Bankman-Fried will be sent to in prison, the options are bleak. The freshly convicted crypto mogul is poised to spend the coming decades in a medium security prison in California. That's not great, put mildly. So basically, after a few hours of deliberation Thursday evening, I wouldn't call it deliberation, I would call it absolute obliteration, apparently. Thursday evening, a Manhattan jury convicted Sam Bankman-Fried of all 7 accounts of fraud and conspiracy charges levied against him by the US government, bringing the saga of crypto exchange FTX's incredible rise and spectacular collapse to a narrative conclusion. So he is about to be convicted, and he is about to be a prisoner. Okay. Previously living under house arrest at his family home, odds he'll be sent to prison closer to his family on the West Coast. So your West Coast mediums tend to be a lot harder. Zucus decrypt. Which, yeah, as we all know, the West Coast has a lot of gangsterism, a lot of criminals in there. So let's see what this man gets up to in that prison, because he's not going to take it too lightly. I can assure you of that. Michael Saylor, as I said, unprecedented demand is set to 10x Bitcoin minimum, and Michael Saylor believes that Bitcoin will even 1,000x, okay, even 10,000x from where it is today. So guys, we are still way early in Bitcoin right now, is all I can say. So don't miss out on the opportunity. Hit my links down below so you guys can trade with me. After Bitcoin tops 35K, Uniswap and Aave lead DeFi token surges. So why I'm showing you this article is basically because Bitcoin essentially had an 18-month high. So this is the highest that we've seen Bitcoin in the last 18 months, guys. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible stuff. Okay. So I kind of, since I think May or June 2022, essentially. So the SEC has been served a PayPal subpoena relating to firm stablecoin, the PYUSD, as far as I know. So they got issued a subpoena on the 1st of November. We received a subpoena from the US SEC Division of Enforcement relating to the PayPal USD stablecoin. The subpoena requests the production of documents, reads the report. The payments firm said it's cooperating with authorities. So all good. They're doing what they need to. And on the flip side for PayPal, they've secured a crypto registration in the UK. So with the FCA also means the firm can begin marketing its services to users in the UK. So after this major crackdown in the UK that we recently saw in the past month, they are now saying, okay, well, it's cool. You can come in. So they were waiting for the big institutions to basically come in and say, okay, we'll help regulate the system. We'll help securitize it by making sure that there's KYC and all of that kind of stuff in process. Now, the last chart I wanted to show you guys very, very quickly is from Look Into Bitcoin. So shout out to you guys. Is the Bitcoin Rainbow Chart Indicator. I show you this chart very, very often. We are still in the fire sale side. Literally, it's the cheapest you will have Bitcoin forever right now. Okay, not forever, but you know what I'm saying, guys. And as I said here, we had from the blue right blow through the top. I think we're going to do something like this in the next cycle. Like I keep saying to you guys, we didn't even make it down to the blue section here. We still pumped up to the top. Then we held hard on the blue section. We pumped up there, came down to the blue, made a move up, came back down to the blue, pushed up hard. All that was because of C19. Now, for the first time in the history of Bitcoin, it went down beyond the blue line, which means that at that bottom was the cheapest you would have ever have bought Bitcoin in the history of its price action relative to supply and demand is what I'm referring to. So as you guys can see, it is making its way up. We are not even anywhere near the top here, guys. The Bitcoin halving cycles, boom, halving, halving, halving. This is coming up to the halving, which means we're not even anywhere near going up to the top yet. Normally by the halving, as you guys can see, we're only really starting to get into this green zone up here. So by the halving, we're probably going to be between $55,000 and $60,000 Bitcoin, guys, before the halving. Okay, that's April next year. That means Bitcoin will double between now and that point. If you guys haven't collected sats and have not yet got some Bitcoin, I don't know what you guys are doing. Seriously, this is a for real scenario. Okay, so beyond the halving, I can't even give you the price action, guys. But if we come up here into the red zone, okay, and even beyond the red zone, which is what I think is going to happen, guys, look at the price here. We might be closer to Arthur Hayes' price prediction than my own personal price prediction. I was just being a little bit more modest, saying $285,000 to $300,000 Bitcoin. I mean, Arthur Hayes was talking about 750 to a million, and I can't even give you the full perspective of this chart. This chart only goes up to July 3rd, 2024, which is about 600,000. But guys, I don't think Bitcoin's going to hit 600,000 by that point. Remember, after the halving, look how long it took. So after the halving, this was July 16, 26, and then that was December. So it took a year and a half for that rally to unfold. The same thing probably here, November. So end of November 2012 to end of November 2013. 1 year here. Okay, bottom here, October 7th, 2010. See, October is normally the month where we're at the bottom till June. So that was the year and a half. See, look here. December, October, we bottom out, guys. This is October, we bottomed out. December, we bottomed out. Here, this was April, March kind of thing. So here, what's this? December, bottomed out. We're now heading towards a year later. We're ever so slightly above those prices. Well, we're actually up 100%. But let's go and have a look at the charts quickly. The Dixie chart, rejecting. The Dixie is starting to show signs of heavy weakness, guys. I don't know about you, but I continue to see this, and I need to make sure that you are seeing exactly what it is I need you to see on these charts. The Bitcoin market cap dominance is now starting to pull back very, very heavily from this zone here, but it is looking a little bit oversold on the RSI, on the daily time frame, which for me, guys, could tell us that if we break this little neckline right here, that we could essentially be coming back down to the scene of the crime, which is down here at 52%, which would give altcoins a good chance to rally over the next 2-3 weeks. Okay, so ever so slight little rally coming through. Now, as I said to you guys in my video yesterday, here is the 618 all the way up at 48K. Okay, we could head to there probably by the end of December, if not before, and then make some juicy moves. So right now it looks as though Bitcoin is pulling down and pulling back, and guys, that's nothing. That's really nothing. I mean, look at the pullbacks that we've seen in Bitcoin, guys. It is really nothing compared to what we've seen, guys. And if you've gone through these drawdowns, just dollar cost average. The RSI is coming to a point where it's almost exhausted from selling as well, okay? Which tells me doesn't look like we're actually going to be breaking my zone boxes here. So I'm going to just pull my boxes out a little bit more because this is still the zone that we are still within. So for now, that is where we're at. If we break this zone, the likelihood is we probably come and retest this 32K level, maybe even 31.5K level right here. But guys, I don't foresee us going any further down. We could have a wick down to the 29K, but look how much support there is now. We literally are just going to retest this zone here, okay? So even if we were to retest from where we are down to the blue line, that's only a 7%. Guys, it's not worth selling your Bitcoin at this point. Don't do that. No financial advice, of course. I'm just sharing with you certain things that I'm doing. I showed you this cup and handle pattern that I predict coming through. The cup and handle pattern target is actually all the way up here at 122,000. That would be the first target of Bitcoin, guys. I think Bitcoin is going to go absolutely more parabolic than that. Now, remember I said to you, look out for ETH, and ETH in that chart. ETH is busy tapping on. ETH is busy tapping up towards these levels up here. Once ETH gets above this level, guys, and starts to shoot back up to these higher levels of 2,700, guaranteed we will see an altcoin rally. Now, first of all, I just want to say to you that on the ETH price chart, we haven't broken these lows. In fact, we've created another low here now, okay, firstly, okay, which tells me that we are considering to make a stronger move to the upside. We bounced hard. We broke through this level over here, which was heavy resistance. We're meeting this level of consolidation over here, and we could just pull back ever so slightly before making a strong correction back up to the upside. Now, guys, I got on a Solana trade short yesterday. I took a short up here at this position, okay, and I'm now in the profit on my Solana short trade. You want to know why? Well, because it ran into major resistance, as we can see here on your higher time frames of Solana. And look at that crazy candle of yesterday, right? That is a huge implication reversal candle with the RSI pulling down, lower highs on the RSI, higher highs. So that is very strong bearish divergence, especially considering we ran into these levels over here. So guys, you can see why I shorted it. I don't know, maybe we retest this level 36, but we could even come back all the way down to this box here at about 27, and then, which is this level right there, as you guys can see, and then start to make a strong move back up towards the upside. Let's go and have a look at the trades, but before I do that, please make sure that you come over to the channel, subscribe. If you are watching this and are part of the 72% of the people watching this channel that aren't subscribed, guys, that would take my channel, if 72% of you are watching and only 28% of you are subscribed, this would take my channel up to 4,000 subscribers. Come, guys, please. Let's help the crypto algorithm. You know that I'm here bringing good content for you, and I don't ask you for anything. I don't tell you to do anything. I'm just showing with you what I do. So let's go and have a look at the trades. As you can see, it looks as though we're kind of exhausting here on the buy. So it looks as though Solana will continue its move down to that 27 level, like I said, which was essentially down here. Now, I actually bought Solana. Let me go put it on the 4-hourly time frames. Okay. I actually bought Solana here and I sold some there. Then I bought it and then I sold some there. I didn't expect this rally to continue to happen. It doesn't matter because I took profits. That's all that matters, is you take profits, guys. So let's go and have a look at the trades. Okay. So my Bitcoin is still in profit at $112. Or 112%, excuse me. My Dodge trade is 11% up. My Matic is 67% up. My Shiba is 18% up. My Uniswap, which I got into yesterday, is up at 9.4%. And then my XRP is still up 128%. Now, why don't I have my short position in here for Solana? Let me go and just refresh here quickly. I wonder why. Okay, so let's see if it brings it up here. There you go. There's my Solana. I literally did a 1x short, guys. Shorts tend to be more expensive than longs. So yeah, I wasn't able to enter much into this because I'm trying to show you guys how to trade with $10 and under by entering into your positions. Now you can see here that I used $4.41 for this trade. My entry price was $44.1. The value is that because it's 1x short. And essentially, I'm now 11.12% up on my trade. So, guys, you can see here, my trades are doing well. I've been banking lots and lots of profits. My only trade that's a little bit down is my ETH trade at the moment. I do believe ETH will head up longer. I told you guys I actually took profits yesterday. You can see that over here on the chart so that you guys can confirm where I took profits. So I bought here, I sold there. I bought here and I bought some more there, as you guys can see. So I first bought here, then I sold up there. Then I bought here, then I got stopped out here, okay, because I got wicked down. So I bought back in here and we're a little bit down at the moment, but that's okay. I'll now continue to enter into my ETH position and build this position because, as you can see, ETH is undoubtedly going to get some more liquidity into it following the likes of what Bitcoin is doing and where Bitcoin is going, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I thoroughly enjoyed being here with you guys. I wish you a benevolent and beautiful Friday today. Much love. I hope you have a good weekend ahead. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bells because I have incredible videos coming out for you the rest of this today and the weekend. So do not miss out on that, guys. Love you all. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Bless the souls.